Today we're checking out the Hughes Kettner Triamp Mark III, and we're going to find out if it can do metal tones. The Hughes Kettner Triamp Mark III is my favorite analog head which I own, and if you are familiar with my YouTube channel, you may know that I'm playing modeling units most of the time with high gain tones. I offer preset packs for all the modeling units on the market. So please check out my channel if you're interested in these topics, and also if you would like to get my tones, my preset packs for modeling units, you can contact me on Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description below. But today, as I said, we are trying to get some decent metal tones out of the Hughes Kettner Triamp Mark III. The amp comes with 3 amps, so that is maybe the reason why it's called Triamp. Amp 1, Amp 2, Amp 3. Each amp comes with 2 channels, and each channel has a separate gain, bass, middle, treble, master control. Yeah, it's MIDI programmable, and you can assign which section of the power amp you like to use in each amp. So for example, currently I'm in amp 3, channel B, so it's called 3B, and I'm using only 4 of the 6 power amp tubes. Here are the number 3, 4, 5 and 6, which are 6R6s in my case. And the other pair, it's EO34s. I can switch to EO34s if I want to and save it. It has a noise gate. If I disable the noise gate, you can hear the background noise. So very useful. And for metal tones, I think amp 3 is the the best starting point, because it's the amp with most gain. You have a stomp boost here, which is, as far as I know, implementing different stomp boost circuits for each amp, so that you get the best stomp boost fitting to the amp. And yeah, currently I'm in 3B. Let's dial in the same tone controls here in the amp 3A, so that I can show you the difference. And yeah, I'm playing now my Jackson JS32, but I brought also a 7-string, so we can check that out. So that sounds quite nice to me. I scooped the mids a little bit. So currently treble is at 2 o'clock, gain is at 1 o'clock, bass is at 2 o'clock, and mids are 10 o'clock now, both channels. And the stomp boost is engaged. If I disengage it, it gets a little bit flubby in the bass. Not that terribly flubby. But I hope you get the impression through the mic signal. Just compared to the boosted signal, it's a little bit more flubby. We can compare the built-in stomp boost with maybe this, the Maxon OD. So I will set the drive to 0, balance to max, tone to somewhere in the middle. And then yeah, we will hang this thing here, turn it on, and let's see what we will hear. So, with the Maxon and no boost engaged here. Now with the boost engaged. I think the Maxon has way more output than the built-in stomp boost function. And I personally like the Maxon for that. But I think with the built-in stomp boost function, we can get close if we crank the gain a little bit more, which I did now. So let me put that away. I think, of course, you could check out different stomp boxes with this amp, but as it has the built-in stomp boost, it's pretty intelligent to use it because it's programmable. So let's try out how it sounds with the 7th string. So this is my Harley Benton 7th string with scallop frets, and it sounds really good in my opinion, but I haven't tried it out with an amp. It works, which is no surprise, but I dialed back the gain a little bit because these pickups seem to have more output than the previous one. If we disengage the stomp boost, So let me switch to EL34s and let's see what we will hear then. So the amp has definitely enough gain for metal without any kind of additional distortion, but I will show you now the impact of the bass, middle and treble control. As I said, now I got a scoop tone, so let's start maybe with everything at 12 o'clock and then I will go through all the knobs and show you the impact. So starting with the treble then. So I think they're quite versatile. The tone control is quite versatile here. If you crank the bass, you will definitely get this push in the low region for maybe your pants, but I don't think that it's needed. And also we have a presence and resonance control here. So the resonance is currently at 12 o'clock. The presence, I dialed back the presence way back to 8 o'clock because the presence is, in my opinion, too powerful here. If I crank it, you will get definitely more definition, but also it tends to get quite harsh. So let's set it at 12. So you may know that I am a big fan of more mid-focused tones, also in a metal context, and this is definitely too much presence frequencies for my taste, at least here in the room, but of course it's there if you need it. So let's dial it back. So that's it for today. I hope you got an impression how this amp sounds in a metal scenario, and leave your comments below, subscribe to my channel. See you.